Hey accountants, welcome to our session on campaigns, marketing campaigns for accountants. This is the third session in our series of 5, which we are talking about marketing for accountants. We've already covered ROI, we've covered your audience, and now we're going to look at the specific campaign work that you're going to do to actually get marketing done. And that's a really important thing once we've covered all the ground of who we're doing it for and why we're doing marketing and how we track it. But many of you want to know, okay, fine, I've got that concept, let's get the marketing stuff done, and that's what this is about. My name's Karen Reyburn. I am the managing director and owner of The Profitable Firm, and we're a creative agency working exclusively and only with accountants all over the world. And in our experience, we find that accountants, no matter where they are in the world and no matter their area of focus, continue to have very similar challenges and issues. And this is going to address some of those that we see time and time again and help you not to make the mistakes that you could make in marketing, but instead do the very best things that will deliver you the very best kind of leads. I myself am a qualified certified public accountant, originally from Arizona. And now I live and work in the UK, but as I said, I work with firms all over the world, in the US as well as many other countries, all of whom are dealing with how do I get marketing actually done. So what we're going to look at in terms of campaigns is what kinds of things actually work. Like, what do I put in my campaign? Do I do emails? Do I do blogs? Do I do video? We're going to look at traditional marketing. I've put some quotes around that because by that we mean the kinds of things that you have perhaps been doing for a long time or you've seen other firms doing, word of mouth and referrals and networking. So we're going to look at those traditional elements and ask whether those are still useful. We're going to look at a few things you need to know before you start doing a marketing campaign. So before you get all fired up and launched in and let's get creating stuff tomorrow, a few things that's really helpful for your marketing to have greater impact. And then, best and finally, we will actually create a campaign. And I'm going to walk you through the elements. I'm going to show you this G sheet that we've created to help you create a campaign. It's super simple. There's nothing complex to it. And I'm going to walk you through that and show you by example how a campaign can work. So as a reminder, if you were with us on the previous ROI and audience sessions, we did talk a little bit about what kind of marketing actually works. So the reason we did that was just to check in on the kind of marketing that works or the kind of marketing you're doing and whether you saw that from our previous session. But what I see for a lot of accountants, and not just accountants, but business owners, is this temptation to be constantly distracted, and I call this shiny object syndrome. Or if you guys are very familiar with the film Up, then squirrel. You're going along and you're doing things, and then suddenly somebody says, well, I did Facebook ads and I did them for 3 months and we got 4 new clients and it's worth $60,000 and so therefore Facebook ads. And you go, oh my goodness. And you set everything aside and you stay up till midnight watching videos about Facebook ads and you try a Facebook ad and you spend a day or two doing that. And then somebody else says, do you know what? I did telemarketing. That's what I did. I went back to telemarketing and it worked amazingly and I got 5 new clients. And you're like, oh, telemarketing. Why am I doing Facebook ads? I need to go back to these traditional things. And clearly they're not dead. And 4 days later, you attend a conference and some other accountant, and it goes on, and you're constantly shifting your attention to what you feel is the latest and greatest thing. And the reason this does not work is because, as we looked at last time, you've got to be looking, it's all about them. You look at the niche or the audience you have and their issues, and you're generating regular, consistent content that's based on the questions that they ask. So the book They Ask You Answer, if you haven't bought it yet, go buy it on Amazon. It will inspire you for what to write about and what to create. Then you share that. You share it everywhere. You share it with anyone and everyone. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the socials. You share it with strategic partners. You share it on blog posts. You share it on all these different types of places. And you continue to use that and repurpose it into different formats. So if you've written a series of blogs, you turn those into a PDF guide. You share the PDF guide on social media. You create a community, perhaps a group on LinkedIn or Facebook or something like that, or using another system, and you get people talking about your content. And then you send an email and you link back to the guide. And you have a web page that links back to the social and a video embedded in the web page, and it all relates to this one thing. So repurposing your content, and we will talk about this when we look at creating a campaign, is a great way to get it in front of different people in different ways, because everybody consumes content in different ways. Then you're going to track everything. You're just going to track everything and anything that you can when it comes to marketing. How many website visitors do you have? What pages? What's your bounce rate? What's your most popular blog post? How many people are following you on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all the places? Do you have anyone following you? Do you even have an account? Get your tracking set up so that when you begin making changes, you can then see patterns. You can then see whether it's affecting the rest of your marketing. And then you adjust and repeat that for a period of 2 to 3 years. If you are shocked and horrified in any way by this length of time, please go and watch the previous session on your audience, and we will explain it. Will all make sense, and you'll come back all fired up and enthused. As I said, it does not mean you won't get business for this long, but you've got to stick at it.